Hey guys, I get loads of questions from you asking if you can refire something that's already been glazed and fired, and the answer is yes. So if you're not happy with something, like I'm not happy with these little engine houses, they all crawl. So this is crawling here. I don't know if you can see where the glaze has pulled away from the clay body, and it's happened on this side here as well, and that's not supposed to look like that. My theory is that the slabs that I used are quite thin, and the glaze didn't adhere properly when it was dipped, just because the bisque got saturated. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm not happy with these, I am going to try and reglaze them again and refire them again. So I'm using a heat gun. So this is a heat gun that you use for stripping paint. It's from a DIY shop. It was like 20 quid or something. So I'm just going to heat up. I'm just going to talk first because you won't be able to hear me. I'm just going to heat up my pot just so that it's kind of like a little bit hotter than you'd want to touch it. So just be careful when you're doing this, because obviously it's going to get very hot.
Whilst I'm doing this, if you like this video, then please take a moment to like and subscribe to my channel. That helps me make more videos like this one for you.
Okay, so that is quite hot. That's probably too hot to actually pick up. And then I'm just going to take some brush on glaze, which is different than the glaze that I used originally, because that is a dipping glaze. It's much easier to reapply glaze to an already glazed pot with brush on, just because it's got gum in it and it will adhere to the pottery a lot better. I'm going to take my heat gun again and just dry that off.
You can add CMCs to a dipping glaze to make it a brush-on glaze. CMCs comes as a powder, you mix it with water to make a gum, and then you add that to your glaze. Ask your local pottery supply store, they'll be able to help you.
Then I'm going to reapply another coat. And for the last coat, I'm probably just going to let it dry naturally, because the danger of using a heat gun is that it will make it craze or crawl again if it dries too quickly. So that will go back in the kiln, just on a regular firing, cone 6, and we'll see what happens when it comes out of the kiln later on. I'll show you the results. And here they are, come out of the kiln firing, refired, and they still have kind of a little bit of evidence of where there was crawling, where the glaze is obviously, but it's completely glazed in those areas, and they are vastly improved from what they were before. So yeah, I'm kind of happy. It's definitely worth giving a go anyway. I mean, what's the worst that can happen is that you aren't happy, but you weren't happy before. So I think it's always worth refiring something if you weren't happy with it in the first place. Just remember to use kiln cookies, because that will save your kiln shelf from any runs. So as you can see, this one's run a bit, which is why you should definitely use kiln cookies to save your kiln shelves. And I show you how to do that over in Pottery Club. So if you join up, you can get access to 7-day free trial and have a look at that video now, and I'll link to it below this one. But I'm really happy, I think they're great.
To get personal help from me on your own pottery journey, check out my Pottery Club, where you'll get detailed tutorials, tips, tricks, and loads of recommendations, as well as a supportive community. The link is below this video. Thank you so much for watching.